Overnight, the Democrats debut a shocking development: multiple stimulus checks for certain individuals. The development left viewers surprised, and myself as well. Its provision is a little baffling, but very, very beneficial to viewers of this channel. Meantime, there's questions of whether multiple stimulus checks will be sent to other people in similar categories as well. A lot's developing this morning. It's Early Mornings LA. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, there's great news across the board on the third stimulus package, and there's also push underway to get other things fixed in the third stimulus package, like SSI and SSDI, Social Security Railroad benefits. I'm so excited you joined me on a big new morning of Early Mornings LA. Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Early Mornings LA. How are you? Ready to reach the weekend? We're almost there. But first, make sure you subscribe to this channel. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, this is 24 hours of news broadcasted around the clock for you, giving you the most detailed information to give you stimulus and financial news across the board. So make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And if you're not becoming a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. The link to becoming a member is in the description. It's also at the top of the chat. And over there is an instant chat premiere. Over there you can interact with your Purple Power buddies, the same 50 to 75,000 people who tune in every morning to Early Mornings LA. This is the part of a double header this morning. The next show is at 6:30 on the East Coast. So join me about 30 minutes from now for the continuation of Early Mornings LA. I have so much to get to in this video, including these multiple stimulus checks, the push to get other multiple stimulus checks, and the number of the original stimulus check and how that's been modified as well. Then I'll be covering some big developments from Washington about Obamacare and developments across the board about industries trying to align themselves with the president while we're questioning, where's hazard pay? All right, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that the third stimulus package has a stimulus check for everyone. And that stimulus check is the same amount for everyone. $1,400. If you're on SSI or SSDI, Social Security or Railroad benefits, you're getting $1,400. If you're a child, $1,400. If you're an adult, $1,400. Everyone's $1,400. Now, it's not exactly as promised, because adult dependents were supposed to get $3,200. They were supposed to get those two back unpaid checks from 2020, $1,200 from March of 2020, and $600 from December of 2020. For some reason, they're omitting that. Those were items in the Cash Act of December 2020 that the Democrats wrote, said, we're putting Cash Act in the third stimulus. No, they're not. They're suddenly somehow changing the adult dependence check from $3,200 for $1,400. But you're getting a stimulus check, $1,400 for all individuals. The income levels are unchanged. It's still at $75,000 or less. $150,000 for a married couple, $2,800 stimulus check. So you're getting a stimulus check, $1,400. Routing times? Well, this bill has to go from the House to the Senate. It's currently in the House subcommittees, and we'll finalize those House committees by the end of this week. You need to listen to later in this recording, because I'll explain to you how this is your opportunity to pounce as a viewer of this channel to get the items you need up. More money right now. So by February 22nd, the bill has to go to the Senate, and then it lands on the president's table to sign, and then you count up the number of days for the check to go out thereafter. Well, what is this multiple stimulus check excitement? It's really strange, but it's very, very good. It makes no sense. Let me just say off the bat, it makes no sense, but it's very, very good. The thing that I have an issue with is, why not do this for all the other three tax credits? There are three tax credits in the Biden third stimulus package. They are not new tax credits. They're changes to existing tax credits. Now, here was the revelation I made yesterday on this channel. The three tax credits are for the tax year 2021, meaning for the tax return you're filing next year. So if you're watching this video wondering, what about my tax return I'm about to file now? There's actually nothing in the third stimulus package that concerns the current tax return you're about to file this week or next month. There's nothing in there. It concerns next year's tax return. And you may say what I said, which is, why are we doing stimulus next year? I need stimulus now. Well, then came the strange multiple stimulus check. Here you go. Let me explain it very slowly. They're going to pay in advance, a year ahead of time, for your next year's tax return. They're going to pay you this year, starting in July, $3,600 if you have a child 6 years or younger, divided by 12 months, prorated per month. So $300 a month starting the month of July. This July, all the way up to next July. Why are they paying in advance? Not clear, but they want to get the money to you right now. Have I ever heard of IRS paying grants ahead of time? No. So this is a strange concept. They're basically saying, we want to give you $3,600, but we don't want you to wait till next year. We want to start giving it to you in July of this year as an advance, prorated monthly for 12 months. Who gets it? A parent of a child 17 or younger. If the child's 17 to 6 or 7, then that's $3,000. And if the child's younger than 6, then that's $3,600. And it's against prorated starting the month of July. And that's per child. Yesterday I had a doctor in one of the videos had 7 kids, all under the age of 5. Wow. That's a reality show. So congratulations to him. 7 kids at $3,000, unless there's a threshold, which I haven't seen yet. That could be over $21,000. Another viewer said they have 3 kids, all about teenage years. So that's about $9,000 for that viewer. So this is a lot of money. Now, here's my question about the situation. There are 2 other tax credits. Why not do the same thing with those as well? The concept of this child tax credit is to raise people out of the poverty level, raise children out of the poverty level. I got that. Why not raise people under the earned income tax credit out of the poverty level as well? The earned income tax credit under Joe Biden's third stimulus package is to pay $1,500 if you're an individual who worked as a hazard pay type essential worker and made less than $25,000. And what is the tax credit? $1,500. Here's $1,500 if you made about $25,000 or less, 2021 tax return. Well, again, if you're going to do an advance for the children and give their check starting in July, why not give the essential worker his or her check for $1,500 prorated starting in the month of July? They would really appreciate it, or just give it up all front. You know, it's $1,500. That would be, again, on top of your stimulus check. This is really huge. This is a huge concept. And finally, there's child care tax credits. Those could be done in advance as well. Not particularly clear why they didn't consider that. Yesterday had a lot of other big news across the board. On Wall Street, the Dow and NASDAQ ended relatively flat, slightly up for the day. Tesla continues to take a big beating, continues to fall. It's been falling for several days now. It's now approaching testing a prior new low. Yesterday, the Justice Department under Biden said to the Supreme Court, hi, we're changing the policies of the Trump administration. So the Trump administration had been telling the Supreme Court that Obamacare was unconstitutional. And now Biden's Justice Department says, oh, no, we changed our mind. Following the change in the administration, the Justice Department has reconsidered the government's position in these cases. So that's sort of obvious. Meantime, yesterday, Joe Biden last 2 days, Joe Biden was meeting with executives. And I had said he was meeting with them to urge them to pay you hazard pay. The White House would not tell us why they're meeting. A new political report from the wonderful news site Politico overnight says that the White House has been reaching out to executives in several industries to rally support for the Biden administration's $1.9 trillion stimulus package, according to people familiar with the matter. Why don't you reach out to me? Why don't you reach out to the followers of this channel? Reach out to us. We'll give you our opinion of the situation. They reached out to the airlines. Yeah, okay. American Airlines, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Ernst & Young, General Motors. Okay, cars and accountants and airlines. How about small businesses in America? Several weeks ago, Joe Biden had that press conference to debut the third stimulus package, and in there, he said there was going to be money to really help the small businesses, which are the real core of this country, to put them back to whole, and a big grant for existing businesses hit by the pandemic, and new business loan to go start a new business. He said we're going to do FPUC back to January. We're going to do it $400 a week to September. We're going to, and then, in December, he said $2,000 stimulus check plus $1,400 and $3,200 for adult dependents. He said hazard pay. Should I go on? So, there's sort of this reoccurring element of where things are going off point. And ultimately, there's always the thought that SSI and SSDI and Social Security and Railroad benefits always get left behind. Well, guess what? A lot of other things got left behind. But if you're watching this video and you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, this is the great news you want to understand. This is the window of opportunity between now and Friday. There was another window of opportunity before, but this is the big window of opportunity. Why? Because the bill is in the House subcommittees. The Ways and Means Committee and the Labor Committee are dealing with issues that really concern SSI and SSDI. Ways and Means concerns FPUC, because that's actually in there. They concern the stimulus check and they concern the tax credits. So if you're watching this video and say, we should do that advanced tax credit for the earned income person so he gets his $1,500 as essential worker, go on social media and tag that chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Neil, and say, wait a second, you should do this. Talk about the FPUC being $400 a week, not $600 a week. Talk about the checks. Where's the adult dependence check of $3,200? And then SSI and SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, veterans benefits. Do that there and also go over to the Labor Department. Get these messages out loud and clear. Why am I saying it now? Because last Friday we learned that in a new report that the House progressives were unhappy when they heard and saw the bill. Gone was apparently the $15 federal minimum wage. And so they worked all last weekend to get it back in, and now it's back in. That's their push. Now it's time for your push. Go on social media and push, push, push Purple Power. Ultimately, there's a lot of money here. There's a lot of money in the third stimulus package, but some of these provisions are getting shrunk. The amounts are getting smaller as time goes on. This is great news if you're a parent. $3,000 a child, 6 to 17, or $3,600 a child if they're younger than 6. This is a lot of money. I'm really excited for you. And you should always be excited for someone else on this channel, whether it's not your subject matter, but it's another subject matter. If you are watching and someone else gets some benefits, be happy for them as much as you want them to be happy for you. That's the spirit of pushing. But the next 4 days, the next few days, this week, this is the real opportunity to push. Take this video, tag the elected officials, push, push, push. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Have these people remember what they said, and they will give you what they owe you. Like this video, and consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, and Cal CNI VIP. The link is on the top of this chat and also in the pinned comment. If you did not watch EIDL on Overnights LA, catch that video. It goes over the EIDL grant. Also watch FPUC. It would debut shortly after that, right before this video, explaining the unemployment situation. And also catch Hazard Pay on last night's Overnights LA. It explains that as well. Stay informed, stay focused. I'll see you next at 6:30, just a few minutes after this, with the continuation of Early Mornings LA. And stay informed, stay smiling, stay alive for more.